How you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Lyn. I hope you're keeping really well.
Absolutely fantastic. Guys, today's video we're going to be talking about Black Tourmaline, or Shoal, if you want to call it that. We're going to be calling it Black Tourmaline. Two reasons. One, well, as most people call it Black Tourmaline. The other reason is that we're not too sure how to pronounce Shoal.
I know.
We just want to make sure. It's like Arkansas. We were calling it Arkansas and it's pronounced Arkansas.
Arkansas.
So, Black Tourmaline, we're going to be talking about Black Tourmaline, why we actually believe we put it in one of our top 5 crystals or minerals, I should say, and it's something we think everybody should have one.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. It's a beautiful crystal, isn't it? It really
Absolutely fantastic. And said it's an abundance of various colours, but today we're going to be talking just solely on the black. Tourmaline.
Black tourmaline.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because obviously tourmaline, many different types of tourmaline: watermelon tourmaline, green tourmaline, pink tourmaline. Lots of tourmaline.
All colours of the rainbow.
Yeah, absolutely. But today we could just talk about black tourmaline.
That's where it got its name, by the way.
Yeah, because it's black, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
The tourmaline.
Tourmaline.
Because apparently it's from Sri Lanka, several hundred years ago. They coloured stones, all the coloured tourmalines from Sri Lanka got the name tourmaline in their own language, of course. But that's where. There you go.
That's good. That's interesting.
Google searched that there. Found that out in Google.
Googled it just before the video, I know.
See, so what do you reckon?
With black tourmaline is a wonderful all-rounder crystal. It really is fantastic. So we mentioned it in one of our top 5 because we've said before we can only choose 5. Black tourmaline is a must in anybody's collection. It's a wonderful crystal for grounding. Now, just holding it itself, it actually has a lot of weight to it, so it instantly grounds you. And it's fantastic. Like if you're waking up and you're very spaced out, I'm always like that, as you've gathered. You know, always very airy fairy. And I wear a piece here, so this my little pendant, my black tourmaline pendant. I wear that quite a lot around my neck, and I find it really helps to keep me grounded. Also, a little one as well. I keep in my pocket, which is brilliant when I'm totally up in the clouds. So it's a great one. If you find it hard to get grounded at all, it's a great one for grounding. It's a great one for studying as well. If you need focus and you're doing exams and you've got a lot of studying to do, black tourmaline, carrying that on you is absolutely fantastic because it keeps you totally in the here and now and grounding. It's also, I find it's a great one for waking you up as well. So if you find you're a little bit sleepy a lot of the time, it's a great one for getting you really bright and alert. I love black tourmaline.
Yeah, next to the here and now. Do you know, sometimes when we're scatty, we want to, get yourself grounded a bit, as Lyn says. You know what I mean? So for focus and things like that. It's I think it's genuinely one of the best stones for grounding, and that's what it's commonly used for. Now, guys, as you know yourselves from our other videos, we've always said this is just our interpretation of how we personally use the tourmaline and things like that, and the stones and the crystals that we're talking about. So everybody's different.
Yeah, everyone gets something different
things.
from every
Everyone gets
different
something
crystal.
different from it. But it's commonly known as, say, genuinely for it's for the base, the root chakra, great for grounding. Also great for, definitely dispelling negativity. You know what I mean? And it's like if you're getting a psychic attack, you want to carry something on to you. Or like if there's times I'm sitting feeling quite down, there's one good thing is to do it. If you get yourself, I use this piece here. And I would like to just sit with it, meditate with it, sit with it in a lap, and just constantly holding it. And it does genuinely bring you into a nice place, but puts things in perspective. But it does seem to dispel a lot of negative thought form, amongst other things. But we have found that it's great for dispelling negativity.
Oh, it's fantastic. Having a piece of black tourmaline in a room, any negativity in the room, there's arguments going on, or you're living with people, you've got flatmates, and they're not the most positive of people. Keeping a bit of black tourmaline in the house will really help to absorb a lot of the negativity. And a lot of it's self-cleansing as well, so it's not one you have to keep cleansing all the time to keep it renewed. It's self-cleansing and it expels negativity, absorbs negativity, and it expels it back out again completely without any harm. So it's a fantastic crystal for that.
And sometimes you're going to have to ask your guests to leave, by the way. It's not the black tourmaline's going to do. Sometimes you're going to have to get people
So
away.
you just have to tell them to get out.
It's not guaranteed to get rid of total negativity, but certainly we would say till you have a piece. It's also great for electromagnetic fields.
Oh, it's brilliant for
putting
that,
it, beside a computer, cell phones. A lot of we haven't seen one in real life, but we've seen them online. That people have like black tourmaline cell phone things you attach into your mobile phone. It's meant to dispel the thing. Not too sure about that, but certainly we would have a piece beside the computer say down to the Wi-Fi system, just to put it there.
Yeah, it's great at absorbing electromagnetic stress, isn't it? And all the Wi-Fi waves in the air. It's quite frightening to think you can't see these things, but we're being hit by them all the time, all going across, and it's going through our bodies and that. And Black Tourmaline is a great one for protecting us against that, isn't it?
And you know, if a lot of you seen our other video when we're talking about multivite, a couple of videos up there about multivite. Multivite, as you know yourself, it's quite a powerful stone to have. You know what I mean? It can be a bit, let's just say, overpowering for most people, ourselves included, using it too often and for too long of a period. If you were to get a piece of multivite and also maybe have a piece of black tourmaline, it just sort of balances it out. Now, it's not going to counteract the multivite, but what it does do, it just keeps you gradually grounded as you're getting elevated up in that higher state of consciousness. And then as the more you're getting used to the multivite stone, even a herkimer probably also would be good. You can start to hold back on, the size or the amount of pieces of tourmaline you'll have in your possession, and then just go straight on into the stronger high ascension stones. But definitely it's good to work with other stones, especially in therapies.
Oh, it's brilliant. Say black tourmaline is also great to use alongside smoky quartz as well for negativity. The two crystals together really complement each other. And for grounding and for feeling really clear-headed and really focused for studying, or you've got a lot of tasks to do at work. Black tourmaline with fluorite, the two together as well, are brilliant for working with, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. We've got like a large chunk, as well. I haven't got it still over there, in fact. We've got a large chunk, probably about this size here, underneath the base of the therapy couch for permanently the grounding on the things like that. Now, this is the thing about the grounding issue. A lot of people think, I want to connect to the planet Mars. I want to connect to these aliens, so I'm not going to be grounded. Well, it's entirely up to yourself if you want to be grounded or not, but you have to, as some say, because we're living in this physical reality. And once you're going through meditation, or once you're going through working with high ascension stones, it's important that when you're coming back into this reality, that you have some sort of grounding method. It doesn't matter if it's a visualization, or you're going to be working with the crystals. But one of the sure, fast ways of doing it is when you're coming back and you want to get grounded, maybe take a piece of tourmaline in each hand, to sit and just start to connect, and then you can go through your visualizations. It's great from grounding, but it's also good for during therapies and then also meditation. If you don't want to be going too sky high, Lyn said you're quite up there in the head in the clouds.
I'm always so spaced out. It's just the type of person I am. I've always been very like, but I find black tourmaline is great, and smoky quartz. Both of them I find are brilliant for grounding, but black tourmaline is a really good one to carry on you. I find it absolutely fantastic. I really do.
You don't want to suppress somebody with being airy-fairy or up there as well, because I say that's the special uniqueness of the person. So you don't want to be suppressing. But what we're trying to get you to do is just start to think, maybe if you're running about, your mind's all over the place, you know what I mean, and you're constantly heading in the clouds. Most times it's good to walk on the physical plane.
Absolutely. It can be dangerous to be totally ungrounded as well. Like quite often we'll be driving along the road and you see someone just walk straight across the road and they haven't looked to see if there's a car coming or anything. And that is a perfect example of somebody totally ungrounded, living in their head. And you see so many people like that, or walking about a busy street, and that's where shoplifters and that will come in. They'll say, that person, they're totally not looking where they're going, and they'll take something off the shelf, or they'll just go and put their hand in someone's handbag because the person is totally unaware. Yeah. So sometimes it's good to have your wits about you and be aware of what is exactly going on. And while it's great to be up in the clouds. I'm like that, and I actually like being like that. At the same time, it's good to be grounded, because there's times when I've left the house and my head's in the clouds, and I have literally just walked in front of a car, and I'm like, oh my God. And there's nothing more grounding than sitting going, oh my gosh. But I'm a lot better these days. I'm a lot better. But
if for talk's sake that you're actually working with a client, or you're considering getting into therapies and things like that, it's important if you're doing work on anybody, but especially yourself. And as we've always said, you don't even consider working on anybody with a crystal unless you've worked on yourself for years, and you've been worked on yourself, and you know crystals inside out. Way too many people sitting purchasing crystals, buying crystals, using crystals, not only on themselves but other people, without realising what energy is all about. So basically what I'd say is one of the most important things you have to do is know how to ground someone, and certainly start off with yourself. And until you've really worked with yourself, don't even consider about working with anybody else. But if you are going to be doing that, you're going to be working with someone, you have to have tourmaline with you. And I actually believe it's just something you should have in your possession, certainly into your crystal collection.
Oh, it's a must-have, isn't it? We love it.
Absolutely fantastic to work with. And it comes in different forms. It comes in smooth, you can get them tumbled, you get them in rough like this here. And it's trigonal shape. It's just absolutely wonderful. Wonderful, man. So you go, guys. That's our reinterpretation of Black Tourmaline, and I hope you've enjoyed it. You'll probably hear any wee feet walking about. It's wee Rusty.
Rusty's just gone to lick my feet. Oh, what's that under the table?
I thought it was Lyn playing footsie with me there, but it wasn't. It's actually Rusty. Where's he?
He's there. Oh, bless him. You have to go and pick him up and show him to the viewers. Oh, little Rusty.
Oh, yeah, boy. Oh.
Come on, little man.
Oh.
Yay.
Now, so, Rusty, you licked you to death, this fella here. I want to show you.
He loves licking, don't you?
Oh. Right, so guys, listen, I hope you've enjoyed the video. And Black Tourmaline, definitely get a piece. You can pick them up anywhere, and they're relatively cheap. And they are very cheap, in fact.
And they're so readily available. Like, you get Black Tourmaline in any crystal shop, and they're readily available online. And they're very affordable as well. You can get them at like Tumblestones, small little pieces like this, very good prices, up to obviously bigger pieces, and sculpture pieces and everything, can't you? They're most often seen in raw chunks like this, which is great.
So guys, listen, send you love from Ireland. Hope you've enjoyed the video. And to say, tell you, just know that we are thinking of you. Thanks very much for all your comments and all you new guys here subscribe to us. You're very welcome. We're so appreciative of you being here. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to us. You could follow us on
Facebook
Twitter
and Twitter as well. Yeah.
This one here's going to lick us to death.
Because he thinks we're like two big ice screams, don't you, Rust?
Yeah,
Really, thanks so much for watching, and sending you loads and loads of love and happiness from Ireland as always. And until next time.
See you later, guys.